How much is my personal injury case worth? Ben Sansone with Sansone Lauber. Every case is different. There's no fixed value or calculator that works for every injury, but there are some general guidelines and there's some very important factors that change the value of the case. Some of the biggest factors, medical bills. They're a major factor. Both past and future medical expenses are considered. Those future medical expenses, you may not know what those are going to be, but we have experts that will determine that. Lost wages or lost earnings capacity. So lost wages is typically how much time have I lost from work as a result of going to the doctor, not being able to work at all, or other factors. Additionally, lost earnings capacity. How is this injury going to affect your ability to make a living going into the future? One of the biggest areas is pain and suffering. This is typically the largest portion, at least when we go to trial in front of a jury. This is the largest area as far as money damages that we have that we present to a jury because the human losses, those diamonds in your life, those things that you can no longer do that make life worth living, are the things that are worth the most money in front of a jury. Also, are your injuries, are they permanent? Is it a permanent injury or disability that's going to be what we call a forever injury, something that is never going to go away? And that doesn't necessarily mean you're in a wheelchair or you have a permanent injury that people can see. It could be what we call an invisible injury. Certain types of concussions and head injuries can be permanent even though you can't see them. Also, certain levels of pain is basically neck pain could be a slow drip of pain that now you're going to deal with the rest of your life. We consider that a permanent injury that's going to be what we also call a forever injury, which is a big deal when we're presenting in front of a jury. So how does this all impact your daily life? This goes into the pain and suffering effect. How does it affect your life on a daily basis? Doing the everyday things, everyday chores, how you live, how you move, how you sleep, how you care for your family, all those things that matter. Also, some major factors in determining the value of the case is what type of accident was this? What type of crash was this? And what kind of liability do we have? Obviously, there's a little bit of a difference in front of a jury if you're hit by a elderly school teacher whose foot slipped off the brake versus, say, some middle-aged jerk who drives through an intersection at high speed drunk. Those are big impacts, the aggravating circumstances that impact the value of the case. Other things can include, okay, how much insurance does the person that hit you have? How much insurance maybe do you have that makes up for their low levels of insurance if that's an issue? Is it a commercial policy? Is it an individual insurance policy? These things all matter as far as going for value of the case. The strength of the evidence. How well is the liability documented? Is there a police report? Are there witnesses? Did the other person admit fault? Did they deny fault? These are all things that as a personal injury attorney that we'll discuss with you in detail and start to formulate what is your case worth? Call us for free. We'll go through all this with you. Thank you.